Shoot, it's 2 in a row. I was joking with the guys earlier, just saying it's funny seeing them 2 days in a row. But it's a good feeling. Like I said yesterday, I'm just happy to halfway be back to work, and I'm looking forward to getting this thing resolved so we can move on.
Hey, what have you heard, Chris, from the other veterans about maybe what the last lockout was like? 3 games and 3 nights. Has anybody imparted any advice to you?
I don't even think we've gotten that far. I don't think we've gotten that far. I think once we get into it, we can ask veterans for advice. But I'm thinking, just the usual stuff. Take care of your body. Make sure you get enough rest and just concentrate on one game at a time. I'm sure that back-to-back is very tough. And everybody's going to get to see what it feels like.
You think there'll be more injuries around the league in general, you think, maybe?
Well, I think so. If you look at the NFL, they had a shorter lockout than we did. They only missed a couple weeks and 1 preseason game, and they still had a lot of injuries. So, if you don't stay in shape, close to game shape as possible, injuries are going to happen. So, with the lengthy lockout that we had, I'm sure that injuries will be pretty significant this year.
Chris, they announced that the Christmas games are on as scheduled. What's it going to be like going back into that building, facing that team on the day they raise that championship banner?
It's going to suck, especially for me, being back at home on Christmas. I haven't been in Dallas for Christmas for a couple years now, and just to be there and have that, have that event going on at that time. I'm not going to like it, but, things happen. I think everything happens for a reason. And, best we can do is just use it as motivation, especially for that game. I think both teams are going to treat it like it's the finals again.
Now, there was a point in Dallas where people sort of lose sight of you were feeling very good as a team. You were up 2-1 in the NBA Finals, the chance to close it out. I mean, was that just an absolute roller coaster, those 7 days you spent in Dallas in the Finals?
Yeah, it was. I think the Finals period is a roller coaster. Being up 2-1, that's how series go. You're that close from winning it all, you're that close from losing it all. And you just have to play each game, play each possession until it's all over. I think that's one thing that we can really teach ourselves is to just stay tight until it's all over. Because, the playoffs, they give you this weird feeling, you're always on edge. You're just always thinking, okay, maybe we can win it. Then the next day it's like we're in trouble, So we go from 2-1 to 2-2, and then after that, 1 game away from elimination. So, it was a learning experience for all of us, and sometimes you just have to go through stuff like that.
What was it like being back in Dallas? Maybe I don't know how much time you spent there during the summer, but people talking about the Mavericks winning the title. How much time were you there? What did you hear about the Mavericks? And did that grate on you?
I didn't spend too much time at home. I'm not gonna lie to you. I spent less than a week at home this year for a bunch of different reasons. That was one of them. I didn't even want to hear all the all the fans. It's funny because it wasn't that many Mavericks fans when I was a kid, but now all of a sudden everybody's Mavericks fans and stuff. But it was good for them. It was good for the city. I think they deserved it. They earned it. They played a great series. They're a fantastic team. But it's just I'm just kind of unfortunately caught in the middle.
Chris, does it change anything? They're not going to get their rings that day. There was some talk that they might, but that's not going to happen. Does it change anything about the way that whole ceremony you'll feel about it?
The fact that they don't get their rings, I think that's cool. But Mark Cuban, he's a crafty dude, so I'm sure he can make anything happen. So. We just have to put that behind us. They're gonna have their moment. They deserve it, and I'm just gonna look around, take in all the excitement that they're gonna have in that arena, and just dream until that can happen for us.
Hey Chris, looking back at the start of, or back in May, June, or whatever, when the NBA was trying to put in a hard cap, some people were thinking, oh, the Heat might have to someday break up the big three, or maybe right away break it up. Did you ever think that that was any remote possibility?
Not really. I just, you know, with all the different scenarios that were out there, I just never really paid attention to the possible rules. I just was looking forward to getting the thing resolved, and you know, you cross the bridges when they get there. You know, with all the, I mean, there was so many different things, hard cap, and then percentages, and then free agency, and all this other stuff. It's too much to keep up with, and you know, things that's out of your control, you can't worry about.
In terms of the collective bargaining agreement, do you think it looks pretty good for the Heat? I mean, you'll be able to keep the team together, add some pieces.
Yeah.
You know, if they're willing to spend the money in the future with the luxury tax, but does it look pretty good for them, you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good for us. You know, the structure's good. You know, it allows us to go out there, sign free agents, keep our nucleus together, and we can continue to build.
Chris, when you were bulking up this summer, at any point was there something in the back of your head, remembering that in Toronto last time you bulked up, you had some knee issues or coincided with some knee issues? Was that in your head?
Yeah, but I know how to do everything properly this time. I was involved with the right people. You know, you got to work on the big muscles, but you got to work on the little muscles too. I think that's the main important thing that I didn't do last time, and I know that. You know, the last time I had unfortunate situations where my body didn't react right once we started playing, but you know, I'm just trying to be in the best condition possible, and you know, God willing, I'll be healthy this year.
So the weight was in the wrong area, or the muscles you were strengthening?
I wouldn't say it was the wrong area. I just say the wrong. I didn't have my joints weren't strong enough, you know, and unfortunately, you just have to make mistakes to learn from it, and that's the best teacher possible. So, you know, I've learned a lot in my lifetime, and that's one of them.
Yeah, yesterday you said that you wanted to average 10 rebounds a game, which was one of your goals.
Yeah, more than 10.
More than 10,
yeah,
at least. But how does it feel going back from Andrea Bargnani to Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, two of the best rebounders at their position?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a pretty big effect. Can you overcome that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can do it as a team, and I think the better rebounder I am, the better rebounder this rebounding team this team is. I think if you look at all the series that we had last year, we did not rebound teams like we were supposed to. And you know, talking to Coach McAdoo and the coaching staff, and it's a proven fact, you win the battle on the boards, you win the series. So that's something that, you know, I intend to take seriously, and hopefully I can have a positive effect on the team.
As a rebounder, I think like Dwayne Wade gets more rebounds than Bargnani did out in the center next to you. So
yeah,
it's got to be different.
Well, yeah, it's different, and you know, we're going to be more aggressive on the boards. I mean, we still gave up a lot of offensive rebounds. That's the part that I can make up, and we're going to have to get more offensive rebounds. We're going to have to work on the boards a little bit more and get ourselves second chance points. That's an area that we can really improve on, and if we improve in little areas like that, we're a much better team. And you know, we got to the finals last year, so if we can continue to improve, we give ourselves a better chance to win.
Now, part of the reason why you weren't able to get those second chance points was physically you were out on the perimeter a little bit more last year. So is that migration towards the basket in your eyes going to happen this year?
Yeah, even if you're out, even if I'm out around the elbow area at 15 to 18 feet, I can still crash the board sometimes. It's all about just getting a read on the basketball. You know, it's nice to get back on defense, but it's nicer to get second chance points that deflates teams. You know, and especially on the road when you're up 8, you know, you get a couple offensive rebounds, you push it to 12. That can really take the wind out of a crowd and the wind out of a team. So those are good areas to improve on, and you know, I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Chris, so who's the trainer that deserves all the credit for your new physique?
Everybody. The Heat staff. You know, they told me what to do before I left, before the lockout was over. You know, not being able to communicate was difficult, but you know, I have to give all credit to the staff here.
You didn't have anyone working with you on the outside?
Yeah, I mean, you know, just dudes. Can't give away my secret, man. And everybody would be going to them, and you know, But I mean, I haven't done that yet. I still have to play. So, you know, I'm talking all this crap. I might come up short. Then we'll have problems, and then you guys will play replay these interviews that I'm doing now. And you remember when you said that? And I don't even want to get into that. I want to take it one day at a time and see how it goes.
Hey, while you were avoiding Dallas, where did you spend most of your time in the off season?
Here.
Pretty much here.
Yeah, I was here.